Hey, I'm Paul Maxwell, CEO of RevOps HQ. And today we're bringing you something very, very special for HubSpot users. And it is an entire platform that makes using and working inside HubSpot much easier, much faster. And we built this as a gift to the entire HubSpot ecosystem. And by we, I really mean Stan. And so now I'm going to hand it over to CTO Stan to explain what RevPlatform is and to show what it does. And when you see this, if you're a HubSpot user, when you see these tools, I think your mind is going to be blown.
Hi, everyone. So, as Paul said, we are not building a product. We are not building a service. We are building a whole ecosystem that lives together with HubSpot and make HubSpot your central application and fills the gaps of your business. So what we have done, we've created, as I said, a new ecosystem. It's called RevPlatform. At the moment, RevPlatform has 12 pieces, 12 applications that are syncing 100% with HubSpot. Let me quickly just share the list of the suite of what application do we have and what do they do. So, if you need a custom integration, we've built RevApps Connect. You can build multiple custom integration through RevApps Connect, and all this integration will communicate between them, will share information, will sync with HubSpot, will share with your external system, all of the data. Then we've built a great CPQ tool. It has a lot of cool features, starting from creating a custom quote, bundle products, complex products, materials, discounts on different periods, recurring payments, and so on and so on. The list is huge. It's also working with Revenue Hub. It's syncing contract, it's syncing quotes, it's syncing subscription, it's syncing line items, deals. Everything is back and forth working together with HubSpot. Then we're having Schedule Pro, a very nice tool for businesses that have multiple offices across country and they want to have one central booking system connected to HubSpot, and it allows you to work with multiple Google calendars, connecting together with HubSpot, syncing all of the meetings, setting notes, having custom forms. These custom forms are also synced to HubSpot. All the information can be kept in meetings and so on and so on. Then we have Minimap. It's a mini application, mini add-on that allows you to use the powerful Google Maps inside your HubSpot portal. You can view live maps, you can track points on maps, you can calculate distance, everything inside your HubSpot. You don't need to open additional Google Map tabs to do all of this stuff. Then we're having RevGTM, a very cool application for creating a strategy related to go-to-market. It has, I think, almost 1,200 questions. And it can be filled manually, it can be filled with voice, it can be filled through, I don't know, let's say FATM records, different transcript application. Any AI agent could help you fill this information. And based on this information, you could create a go-to-market strategy. Then we're having a very powerful tool that does not exist in the market. It's called Rev Audit. It allows you to audit your HubSpot portal. It will pull metrics across all of the objects, across everything that is inside HubSpot, and will generate you a nice report telling you where the problem is, how to fix it, how fast you can fix, what help, what tool do you need to fix it, everything. Also, inside Rev Agent, we are having a very cool subsection. It's related to audit of users, your sales representative, your support staff. You can view metrics, how they are working. Are they doing good? How many calls? We are pulling also the transcript of the calls. We are seeing how they are handling the tasks, how they are handling the meetings, and everything is calculated. Everything is presented in nice dashboard, and all of this information can be synced back to HubSpot. So you could generate reports which employee of your is working the best. And the last application that is live and running right now is Rev Project. It's a very interesting stuff. So what we can do, it's a project management tool. There are a lot of project management tool over the internet, but none of them is working 100% connected to HubSpot. So all of your information is kept in HubSpot. All of your contacts, company, deals, project, tasks, subtask, everything is from HubSpot. Plus, additionally, we are pulling all of your financial information. Based on your financial information, you are seeing, we are also capturing the time logs. You can keep time tracking of your employees based on tickets, based on deals, based on customers, based on projects. Then you can see your financial situation based on how much time did an employee spend on a specific project, how much did the customer pay. You can see the margin. You don't need 10 different tools to calculate this stuff, because previously people were using one application for time tracking, one application for project management, the third application, I don't know for what. Then they had HubSpot, 5 different vendors. Nothing is clear. None of the vendors are communicating between them, and it creates a house. What we've done, we've created one central application that is connected to your HubSpot account, keeps your information inside your HubSpot account. You can build reports, you can build automation, you can build a lot of cool stuff inside HubSpot. You know how to do this. Good.
Love it. Thanks, Dan. That was fantastic. What I can't wait to see is the actual applications. And once we start to see them, I think it's going to really highlight how groundbreaking these tools are. And that was a really good overview of the actual product space that we are entering into. But for example, if you need a CPQ solution and you need a solution to enforce process compliance or audits or rep adoption inside your HubSpot portal, or you need an advanced scheduling tool that has routing to specific reps based on skills or even based on performance, you can get all of those things here. But at a deeper level, not only can you get each of those feature sets within this platform, these all exist within the same dataverse, meaning that in our Rev Audit tool, you can actually audit the performance of your reps on a daily basis based on metrics that you define. How many deals are they closing? How many meetings are they setting? How many calls are they making? All of that. What is their deal velocity? You can combine all of this into your own formula for measuring a specific rep's performance. And then in Rev Audit, that data can feed right into Schedule Pro so that all of the routing decisions made inside Schedule Pro are based on the real dynamic real-time data that is coming from your HubSpot portal, which means the rankings and the classifications of your routing logic are being informed in real time by all the data that's coming from HubSpot, which means that you have now real-time performance-based routing all in a completely native way. And when that sale is made, that handoff can be made right to your project management team to say, facilitate the implementation or delivery of that project in a way that tracks the bill of materials. You quote them through RevCPQ. If you have any kind of complex billing or billing cadence or payment cadence, that can all be managed by RevCPQ. And so the entire life cycle of a deal, in the same way that HubSpot enables you to manage the entire life cycle of the customer journey from the top of the funnel through client success and land and expand, This layer of applications gives you an additional layer of features on top of HubSpot that works natively and exclusively with HubSpot. So I'm really excited to actually show them some of these tools, Stan. So let's take a look.
I want to add something here. As you said, we are having this dataverse of data that we are collecting through different applications that we have. We also have, for each of application, we have its own MCP server. So having your AI agent, maybe you're using ChatGPT, maybe you're using Claude, maybe you're using Gemini or something else. You could connect your MCP from this dataverse. You can pull data, you can push data, you can analyze data, you can generate reports, you can do automation based on this data without even interacting with them, just using your AI tools that you are used to work with. RevPlatform itself, as I said, it's a central brain, is the center of this data. You are having one UI, one application that you can manage all your other application. You just need only one username and password. You don't need for each application a username and password. Your billing is centralized, so your invoices will be only from RevPlatform. You don't have 10 different invoices for separate product. The billing is central. The authorization is central. Everything is managed from one place. So, for example, here we are seeing all of the products. Some of them are beta. We will speak later about them. Let's find Rev Audit. We could just press one click. It's using SSO. You don't need to log in here specifically. You just can log in through Rev Portal. So once you get to Rev Audit, you can connect your portal. I already connected one. This is the main dashboard. You are seeing your performance through different time period. You are seeing your performance based on the categories. You are seeing some items that needs attentions, and you are seeing the audit itself. We are seeing portal audit. We are seeing user performance audit. Let's start with a portal audit. Once you access our portal audit, we are seeing some score based on some categories. We are seeing the timelines. We are seeing how many of the checks had failed. We are having an AI summary of this. And the most interesting part is here. We're having the checks, 59 checks. Let's see. First one, companies missing domains. We're seeing that 6,000 companies are missing domains, and we need to fix it. Then we are seeing deals, missing close date, 5,000, and so on and so on. You can check this list by yourself. Just subscribe to Rev Audit, and you can run an audit for your portal. Then we are having a lot of parameters that you can set manually for you. You could set up some benchmark for your users, the stuff that you want to calculate. These are other properties that you can also calculate. We are having also a performance index. Everything is full configurable. From here, we are configuring the scoring of a portal. Again, fully configurable. You could even add your custom checks. For example, we want to see, stale deals, or let's say deals where amount is less than 100, and it will calculate you this number and will output you in the report. Also, we could schedule. We could set up schedule to run the reports daily, weekly, monthly, as you like. The most interesting part is the user performance audit. You will get an audit of all of your users. You will see the timeline based on history. You could expand each of the users. You could see the manager benchmark that you define by yourself, the targets. Then you could see, for example, some metrics based on other users. For example, I had 300 calls logged, and it's more than 70% of the peers, and so on. Then we could generate another report that will give you, let's say, how many meetings, the quality of these meetings. Then we're seeing RPC's revenue per call. Yeah. We have defined some SOPs. You can define your SOP yourself. So you could also metric based on this SOP. Lagging and leading indicator. You could even generate some coaching instruction. It's pulling all the information, it generates your coaching instruction, and you can send it to your employee so they can follow this process and improve their quality. So this is one of the first application, Rev Audit. I don't know, Paul, what should I show next?
I love it. I love it. I'm a little greedy. I kind of want to go next. I want to show off RevGTM. So
RevGTM.
RevGTM is a very cool tool that Stan has built, which I'm going to share now. Can you guys see my screen? Okay. All right. Go to market. This is a very interesting concept. People say this all the time, GTM, go to market. What is that? So think of a company as having really 5 departments. You go from product, which hands off product off, to marketing. And then marketing generates leads. They hand leads off to sales. Sales converts to customers. They hand those customers off to customer service. And customer service hands those customers all up to finance. All of those departments roll up to finance. GTM, go to market, is the handoff between the product team and the marketing team. It is that first handoff. Okay. And what we do here is we take an inventory of your entire business, which serves as the source of truth for that business. So you have your teams and your people, your tech stack. So you have all the tools that you're using for sales, for service, for data, for IT, your HubSpot portal audit, your integration data, all of the fields there. You have your GTM, the target personas that you have, products and services that you offer, your company profile, the markets that you're actually targeting, your buyer profile, your revenue snapshot. So that is the total average revenue you have, the gross margin you have, the percent of your total revenue that specific revenue channel constitutes, channels and motions that you have. Now, you might be thinking, okay, that's great. But what are we doing with all of this, right? We've got reports that we use that actually measure each of these things. We've got our specific goals that we're going towards, or growing our annual revenue by a certain percent, improving our CRM data quality, et cetera, et cetera. We have the strategies that we use to achieve those goals. What's the point? Well, the point is that all of this exists in an MCP with Claude. And so if I'm going to do an audit, it's going to also audit your HubSpot portal in light of your RevGTM. And you can have a Rev CPQ, which we're going to show you in a moment. It's going to have a quoting tool that will be driven by your tech stack, by your specific offering that you have, okay, by the actual products and services that you offer, and towards your specific revenue goals, so that your Claude now has in its memory at all times through this MCP server a snapshot of your entire business. Imagine never having to explain to an AI again any of this, who the people on your team are, what tech stack you're using, your HubSpot data health, which by the way is powered by Rev Audit, the integrations you have going, what your products and services and offerings and buyer profile and seller profile is, what reports you care about, what your goals are. Imagine never having to explain any of that to an AI ever again, and also in a way that all this data underlies and powers every single other tool that you have as part of RevPlatform, which again all syncs natively with HubSpot. This tool was built to be used and synced exclusively with HubSpot. This is not a Salesforce tool. This is not a standalone tool. This is what makes this tool different from every single other product in the HubSpot ecosystem. Every single other product in the HubSpot ecosystem does one of two things. Either they, number one, they sync with every other platform on the market and their quality suffers because they're trying to be everything to everyone. They're trying to be a CPQ tool that works on HubSpot and Salesforce and PandaDoc and this and that, rather than just being great for HubSpot. So they're missing so many pieces. Or they're built just for HubSpot, but they miss this Dataverse piece. They don't talk to any other tool. Whereas we have all of these features in a single ecosystem of tools in a way that exceptionalizes itself and distinguishes our value proposition by specifically, uniquely, and exclusively how well we work with HubSpot. Just wait till you see what Schedule Pro does and the way that it syncs with custom meeting properties and pushes deal stages forward based on who somebody is routed to based on their performance. Each of these different tools have different combinations which work for different industries. Trust me, when you see how Rev Projects and Rev CPQ come together for a for the manufacturing and the shipping and logistics industry, it will finally click for you how all of this works. Also, Rev CPQ, Rev Projects, and Minimap all work together. When you see Minimap, you will see this as well. Also, for the legal industry, Schedule Pro and Rev CPQ, you will see these two apps working together extremely well. And beneath it all is Rev GTM and Rev Audit laying a data foundation for everything else. Because Rev GTM, HubSpot is a great source of truth for your activity as a company. But what is the source of truth for your company itself? For your goals, for your inventory, for your people, for your tech stack in a way that lives in the memory of your chosen AI tool. That is a single purpose that only RevGTM does, and it does it in a way that syncs exclusively with HubSpot. What about a tool that analyzes whether your goals and systems and people in RevGTM are actually performing based on the activities of HubSpot? No other tool does this. And all of the data that we use as this foundation powers all of the other feature-specific tooling that we've developed, which exponentially leverages the power of every other tool to become a one-of-a-kind ecosystem of products in the HubSpot app marketplace that no other system does, no other tool does, no other CPQ integrates with 11 other apps that all serve different industries in different ways, that are so feature rich, that are rooted in your core go-to-market philosophy and aim and function as a business. So RevGTM really is meant to be the data cornerstone and single source of truth, not just for your activity, which HubSpot does, but for your company itself. So that is RevGTM. Now I'll stop sharing. And next, I want to see, you know what I want to do? I want to talk a little bit about a tool that really is Stan's brainchild. I mean, so many of these tools are Stan's brainchild, but it's a tool that really Stan should show you, but I want to show it to you, which is RevOps Connect. Now, RevOps Connect is one of those really interesting additional tools that we have because it sits in the ecosystem of HubSpot. What it is it's our custom middleware. So a middleware is a tool that hosts the data integration between different platforms. And what RevOps Connect does is it sits between two solutions to integrations, which are typically bad for most companies. On the one side, you will have companies that they want to build the entire integration inside HubSpot's Data Hub. And we could do a whole episode about why that typically is not the best solution. You can build integrations inside HubSpot's Data Hub with custom workflows, with Data Studio, but the problem is the runtime of those integrations is very short, which requires you to create like 50 to 100 workflows if you want any kind of like real time or daily or real time sync. It's very difficult to orchestrate those across Data Hub, and it's very difficult, near to impossible, to maintain those in the long term. Stan will tell you, Stan will bear witness to that. That is the case. The alternative to that is to build a custom AWS hosted solution where you have to pay a HubSpot implementation partner $75,000 to stand up some monstrosity of a solution design on AWS or Google Cloud Platform to orchestrate or sit on top of or outside of all of your system. What we've done is we have created and orchestrated all of the power of this custom AWS solution, which would typically cost tens and tens of thousands of dollars, if not six figures. You have the full power of this solution, and you have the full power of being a HubSpot native solution inside of RevOps Connect. So I'm actually not going to show you RevOps Connect itself, because it's actually something that we build entirely custom for you. But it is a tool that we can build on top of, where you get the full power of a fully custom integration, and it's monitored, and we support and guarantee the runtime of this environment so that you can sync hundreds of thousands of records in real time through our platform in a way that doesn't have any of the limitations of the more cost-effective approaches. So you get the full power of a completely custom integration for near the cost of one of the more cost-forward approaches like HubSpot Data Hub, or building custom code actions on Zapier or something like that. And it works better than them both and is cheaper than them both. So that's RevOps Connect. And on the back end, that's what we can use to build and orchestrate integrations in a way that is completely native to HubSpot. So next up, Stan, what do you want to show? I feel like there's so many we could choose from. RevCPQ, Schedule Pro, Minimap obviously is something we could show, or Rev Projects. So those are our four that we have left to show today: RevCPQ, Schedule Pro, Minimap, Rev Projects. And after that, we can dip into maybe some of the products on our product roadmap.
Yeah, let's start with RevCPQ. So I will try to share. So we are back to Rev Audit. In order you to switch application, you don't need to go somewhere to search for URL. In the top left corner, you are seeing a switcher, and you could switch through different applications that we are having. Let's say I want to open RevCPQ. Voila, RevCPQ is open. So let's start building something good. Let's go with, I don't know, with an estimate. So inside RevCPQ, we are having an option to create any custom calculator that you want, based on your business, based on your requirements, based on any fields you need, on custom formula, on everything. So let's say we are providing, I don't know, a carpet cleaner service, and we want to input some data related to your carpet. We are having a width, we are having a height. Let's say, do we need a pickup or not? Okay, let's say driving distance is 50 miles. Do we need an extra wash? Do we need a perfume? Okay, so you're seeing it's calculating a lot of these custom properties that you can sync back to HubSpot. It gives you an estimate. It gives you the material that will be used. Everything is a custom formula that you can change it any moment. Okay, let's say we're having a customer that wants this. We've calculated, we convert it to a quote. Now we could set up a contact from here, or you could create a new one or type an existing one. And based on this calculator, we've created two line items. We're having all of the materials field here. We could define some purchase terms and so on. But I think it's better for me to to start it from HubSpot. So, as we previously said, all of our applications are fully 100% connected to the HubSpot, and most of them have different custom cards inside HubSpot. So, in RevCPQ, we could define an calculator. Let's say we are providing services for carpet cleaner. We're having this button, estimate. It will pull all of the contact information here. We could input the data. We could say, let's say, needing pickup, driving distance 50, extra wash, perfume. It calculates all of these custom properties. It gives you an estimate. It gives you a list of materials that will be used to do this order. When I convert it to a quote, it automatically pulls the company, the contact, the line items are filled, and the materials. We could also go and create a quote, not from an estimate, but from here. We could create a quote. Let's go with a more interesting scenario. Let's say start date today, end date in end of November. We will be billing monthly. First billing date next. Okay. Price book, playbook. You could define different currency. Let's say it will also sync the products from HubSpot. Everything, these are the products from HubSpot. Let's say I'm choosing this product. We're having custom rules that you can define. We're seeing a summary. We can create a quote. Good. So we're having our quote. We're having a total value. We're having the margin based on price and cost. We are having the line items. So it's a monthly agreement for, I think, 5 or 6 months. Let's generate a ramp schedule. Good. So what we're having, the first period from today until August 1st, and then each month, until the end of the month. We could set up discount for each of the periods. For example, we want to offer discount 10% for the first period, for the first month. We could add additional product, we could create a custom lines, we could create materials, and so on. So we are having the quote. This quote will generate a document. We are having 4 nice UI templates. This is the quote. Let's, generate the link. We'll copy the link. Copy. Okay. So we are seeing the quote. We're seeing all the customer information, seller information, line items, the period, the ramp schedule, a field for the signature, the seller signature. We could send this contract to the customer via email, just pressing one button, like send document, and this document will be sent him via email as a PDF plus as a link to live quote. Once he signs the quote will be marked as signed. So it will have something like executed status. And from there you can convert it to a contract. Good. We're having a contract. We're having a line items. We're having all of the billing periods. We could create some financial milestone. We could create amendments. We can see the activities. We can see the billing information, the billing calendar, everything. We're also seeing the discount applied for this period. Let's say, I don't know, you want to generate an amendment effectively starting today. You could add another line item. Okay, we've created the amendment. The amendment is in draft until when we execute it. Apply. Come on. So it updated the original contract with all of the items, new items. It also updated all of the billing period. It also created the first invoice, everything. So this is one simple example how we could create some recurring payments. And a nice thing, if you go here, we will see all of the activity. The code was created, invoice was sent. If we will refresh the page, we should also see that a subscription was created. The line items are created. The come on. The invoices are created. The attachments are created. So we're seeing the same code. Also, what we can do here, we are seeing all of the codes, all of the contract. We could edit draft codes. Let's say we want to create a new code for a new type of product. This is a good example for manufacturers. For example, we are selling a complex product. Let's say we are selling a cabinet. It's a piece of furniture. A cabinet itself is made of materials. So it's made of plywood, a doorknob, and a glass. It has quantity, it has unit cost. These are the default values. Let's say we want to set up a margin cost for plywood, let's say 20%. So it updates the sale price of plywood. It also extends the price of the product itself. It also calculates the margin. We could add here a markup. I don't know, let's say 50. And here we will input manually. Okay. So it's calculating the total price. Total price is in here. We are seeing the margin. We are seeing the margin of a contract. Everything. And we are seeing also the bill of material based on this information that you provide here. Later, based on this information, bill of material, you could generate reports, how many materials you need for a specific month. I don't think there are a lot of CPQ tools in HubSpot that could generate your code, act almost like an ERP. And when I say almost, it means that we are having an ERP, but it's still in development and we will launch it soon. And it will sync with RevCPQ and with HubSpot, and you will manage to do a lot of the magic stuff here. RevCPQ also has where it is approval process. So let's say you could define some approval chain where you would say, for example, we wanna approve quotes in USD with a minimum deal amount of 10,000 and a maximum of 50,000, for example. We've created it. We said, let's say, the first one who will check it will be from finance, somebody from finance, and then somebody from legal. And if a quote hits this condition, notification will be sent to everyone who has the role finance. They will approve. Then it will go to legal. They will approve. And then the quote gets sent to the customer. They can also reject the quote with a note, and the quote will be sent back to the owner who created it. Also, in the quotes, we're having this document, as I said. Yeah. Based on the products that are inside this code, we could append to the code itself some custom text. Let's say we've created the rule when there is a cabinet, we append a picture of a cabinet plus a description. Nice. If we go back to the scenario with a calculator with a carpet cleaner, we could generate this content displaying here the width of a carpet, the height, do we need the shampoo or not? So everything is custom built. Plus we could add something dynamic. We could create a new custom one. Yep. This is the new block. Let's say, I don't know, custom terms. And let's say here we'll go custom terms. And we can save it. And if we go here, let's say, let's switch the template. No, let's go with this one. This one is an I template. And if you scroll down, we're seeing our custom terms. And everything this is fully custom from here. You can send it to a customer. Your customer can sign it, can view it, can approve it. Also, what we are having here? We're having a product catalog. All these products are synced to HubSpot. When you're connecting RevCPQ to your HubSpot account, RevCPQ will pull all of the products from your HubSpot account. You could manage them from here or you could manage them from HubSpot. It doesn't matter. It will sync in both directions. Also, we've created a similar table for materials. This will be later synced to the ERP system. We're having a lot of, we're having price books. Pretty easy to use. Just define the price. And that's all. When you select the price book, this price will be displayed for this specific price book. Also, we are having the discount rules are still in development. We are having tax policy. These are also synced with HubSpot, but you could add or edit them from here. See button, sync from HubSpot. We are seeing all of the invoice information. All these invoices are synced through Stripe and back and forth to HubSpot. Then we can see all of your customer, all of the companies. Yep. From here, we are seeing all of your quotes. And the last piece, we're having an analytics dashboard that will display all of your analytics stats based on the data that you are having, everything that is possible, who is the best seller, the approval bottleneck, the billing revenue, the invoices, the statuses, which product is selling the best, the trends, the usage, everything, the renewal, everything is here. Good. Paul, what is next?
I love it. This is fantastic. All right. So next in our RevPlatform roulette will be, honestly, okay. The one that I want to show, there's two left that I really want to see. That was fantastic. And honestly, Stan, I think that you are the guy to demo most of these. I'm going to take, and forgive me if I butcher, dude, I can't take Minimap from you. I can't do it. I got you. You got to be the one. But at the same time, do we have the demo? Do we have a demo portal set up for Rev projects where we're seeing demo data from Rev projects? That's okay. We don't have that. That's all right. What we're going to do is we're going to just give you a brief overview. Maybe there's a sample company we could look at there. I don't want to, let's see. Yeah, we'll set that up and we'll do a demo of that later. But what we're going to do now is we're going to get Schedule Pro set up. Do we have a demo of the Schedule Pro environment? Nice. All right. We're going to demo Schedule Pro. And then, so we're going to demo Schedule Pro and we're going to demo Minimap and then we're going to tell you about Rev projects. So Schedule Pro is a pretty massive deal, and it's an enormous feature set layer that we have spread over on top of HubSpot's meeting layer. So Stan, would you pull up that? And then what I want to do is I want to conclude on Minimap, which is really the highlight of the show.
Yep, we could also do a live session of connecting Rev project to a demo HubSpot account that it will pull all of the data and we could play there. So this also can be done. Good. So let's start with Schedule Pro. So Schedule Pro, it's a very complex booking tool based on a specific rules defined by yourself. So, as I said previously, you could have multiple offices across the country and you would need a central booking system for all of them. Let's say we're having 3 offices. Yeah. We're having the office in Houston. Yep. Each of the office has at least 2 shared calendars because all of the bookings are split into we're having phone and Google Meet meetings and we're having in-person meetings. Yep. And so we have an office. It has 2 calendars. These calendars are connected to each of its own Google Calendar. We can invite employees to this specific office. Each of the employee can be assigned to one primary office and some additional offices. We could define language. We could define shifts. We could define some ranks. I'll show you how ranks works later. So we could specify what kind of meetings type. We could select which of the calendar go where. We could display, I don't know, some information about it. We could adjust the styling and each of the office can have a form. Forms are just simple custom form that you define based on some custom properties. So let's go to an office, let's say New York. It has a public URL. A second. Let's pause for 1 second. Okay. So, as I said, each of our office has a public URL. This is the URL of the calendar. This URL you could copy and set it in your Google Pages profile where there is a button where book now. So you select the meeting type, you select the language, you select the date, you select the time. Then we're having some standard form like phone, email, name, notes. And then we're having this form like case type, subcase type, and console fee. This is the custom form that I was saying that is here. See, it has 3 fields. You can fill this form. Once you fill this form and submit it, what it will do? It will take the owner of the shared calendar. For example, you booked an in-person meeting. Let's say in your office you are having a receptionist. A receptionist is the owner of the shared calendar in person. A meeting will be created on his calendar in Google Calendar. There will be first person invited is the employee that was assigned to this meeting, automated based on the rules. I will describe them later. Plus, it will be invited the user who fills the form, I mean the customer. So there will be three person: the receptionist, the employee, and the customer. There is a nice trick here that I don't think a lot of booking tool has. We could create a property that will define if a meeting is for free or paid. Once you set it as paid, you can connect this tool with Stripe, and once you start booking, it will redirect you to Stripe. You will have to pay for the meeting, and only after this, the meeting will be scheduled. This can be used, I don't know, in industry like legal industry, like, I don't know, some medical procedure also can be used with paid meetings. You pay, then you schedule. Then we are seeing all of the meetings in one shared calendar where we could filter by type, by status, by employees, and so on. We're seeing a lot of stats. We're seeing everything here. There is not too much data to show. We are having, as I said, custom forms. You could create multiple custom forms. In each custom form can be multiple custom properties. And these custom properties can be, let's say, can have a condition logic. For example, case type is almost the same, but let's say for sub case type, let's say if case type is of family law, for example, then display this sub case type. And if case type is probate, then display this option. Sorry, I was saying, so if it's displaying family law, then we're seeing this value. If we're changing, we're seeing this value. So this can be defined from this page. We could also create a lot of custom properties. The properties can be text, text area, checkboxes, radio, or select type. Then we're having routing. What this routing means? This routing can be easily viewed on this page. This is the internal booking form. So it looks almost like the public one. So here we are displaying the worker pool. These are all of the employees that you are having across all of your offices in case it's a phone call. In case it's an in-person, it will pull only the employees for this specific office because nobody can attend to another office meeting. So let's go with this one. What this where it is here. So as I said, we are having routing rules. So we are having shifts, we are matching the language, and we are routing by the stack rank. What this means? So, for example, when we are selecting a value from one custom property, we could sort the employees, but that by that specific rank. For example, you wanna give this meeting to somebody that is expert in family law. So the round robin will choose the one with highest tier and will assign this meeting to him. This rule are applied based on distribution rule. So it let's say the one that have higher tier will receive somewhere around 40% of the meetings, then the tier 2 something like 30% of the meeting, and then the rest will spread through tier 3 and the other that doesn't have any tier. So what else? Yeah, this is the HubSpot configuration page. You can you can connect your HubSpot account. You could set up a setting when a booking is made to create a new deal, or what this will do. It will search for an existing deal. So it will insert a contact, create or update existing contact. It will create a deal or search for an existing deal. You can also map all of the custom properties and the native one. So these are the native properties that are generated by Schedule Pro. These are the custom one. So you could assign this value to anything like a contact, a meeting, or a deal. We are also pulling all of the properties from HubSpot. All of the meetings are synced to HubSpot. All of the meetings are synced to Google Calendar. If you are changing it in HubSpot, it will also change here in Schedule Pro, and it will also reflect in Google Calendar. We are also pulling all of the information from personal Google Calendar. So, for example, if the employee is out of office, he will not be able to be assigned to any of the meetings. So it's a complex tool that allows to create you custom booking form based on ranking, based on language, based on location, based on shifts, based on availability. And as I said, there is internal form that will display you the worker pool, and you could use the auto assign, or you could manually assign a specific employee. And there is this public form that you can publish online, publish on your website, publish in Google profile pages. And in this way, you will be receiving meetings for all of your offices in one central place. And the employee don't need to have different tools. It's enough for them to have Google Calendar and use HubSpot. And that's all. I think that's all.
Stan, one thing I know about you is it's not gonna be all. It's just the beginning. I just want to highlight and welcome, by the way, to the call. So Marie Hanner is here. She's been here with us from the beginning. I know that she's stuck with us. And Marie is our HubSpot specialist here at RevOps HQ. Do you want to introduce yourself, Marie?
Absolutely. I am our implementation specialist, and my goal is to help people when they first come to HubSpot really learn how to use it, get their data into it, and train them so that they can walk away being able to operate HubSpot independently. I will likely be doing the same with all of our RevPlatform products as well, teaching people how to use them. I have a long background of training and organization, so that is what I do.
I love it. And Marie has chose, sorry to try to plug back in the call, but Marie has what's the word? Bared the burden, has borne the burden of actually doing all of our knowledge-based videos and product configuration setup videos. So actually, as of right now, maybe next to Stan, Marie, I think, is the universe expert on RevPlatform. So she probably knows more about these products than anybody. So I'm looking forward to learning more about this stuff from Marie. So this is very exciting stuff. So thanks for all your hard work, Marie, on helping us to like crystallize this and get our product feature release down. So you've been like an integral part of all that. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Awesome. I also want to introduce our VP of Sales, James Bond, who has also been really pivotal in helping us think about the feature set and the feature engineering of all of these products and this platform. And, James, I want James to talk in a second just about everything that he's seen in this product. James has been, I think, in the HubSpot ecosystem probably as long as Stan, I think longer than me. And he's going to speak, I think, right now to the uniqueness of this product in the ecosystem, as well as his experience watching Stan and our team develop these products. So, James, would love you to introduce yourself and talk a little about your experience kind of watching this product unfold.
First, let me just say it's so awesome to be in the yes business. Like there's nothing more powerful in software than saying yes, right? And so all day long we get asked, can it do this? Can it do that? Can we do this? How do we use HubSpot? This is our problem. How do we solve it? And I just type it to Stan, and the reply is yes, we can do that. So it's great to be in the yes business, Stan. But the other thing that hits me on a regular basis lately, especially the last few weeks as it's all come together, is um, the magnitude of applications that come up when we're evaluating, when we're co-selling with HubSpot, when we're evaluating with a customer, is it the right solution? What's the final solution going to be? What does your tech stack need to be today? What does it need to be in the future? The magnitude of problems that this platform solves in one platform, I it honestly, it's so powerful. We actually are all starting to get how powerful it is. A lot of times your idea, Paul and Stan, your idea, you know the power when you create the idea. I don't know that to be the case in this case. I think that it's so much more powerful than you thought. When you thought it was the greatest idea ever, it's actually extremely more powerful than that. And I'm starting to get feedback from HubSpot reps when we go over like, this is what we're trying to accomplish. Some of them are going, dude, this is like absolute game changer. This is another level. And now that we're seeing it happen, is we're starting to sort of get it, starting to sort of feel it and watch it happen. And it's super exciting to be a part of it. So honestly, hats off to you guys for the idea and for putting me in the yes business. I'm grateful to be in the yes business.
Love it. Couldn't have said it better myself. I always love how you frame things, James. And finally, listen, not only is this last but not least, this is literally saving the best for last. This is literally the cherry on top. Stan, you know what I'm about to ask you to do, right? Demo Minimap. We have an app called Minimap, and Stan, it's the most revolutionary app in the entire Rev platform. Well, I don't know if it's the most revolutionary, but it is certainly our favorite app here at RevOps HQ. So, Stan, would you show us what is Minimap?
Yep. Easy. 1 second. So, Minimap. What you need to do in order to access Minimap is to go on RevPlatform, install Minimap, then go to your HubSpot portal and install one of the free custom cards. You can install 2, you can install all 3 of them. So in the right sidebar, you are seeing these cards. Let's start with the easiest one, Minimap application. So, each customer, each contact in HubSpot has street address, city, postal code, state, region, everything, country. So these are native HubSpot properties. We've created a card that is generating a screenshot of Google Maps. It's an embedded image with a pin where this customer is based on this information. When you click, you can zoom in, zoom out, view it. Yep. We could also configure. At the moment, this location is configured to use this native property like street, city, state, postal code, and country. But you could create your own properties that are, storing whatever information. Maybe his mother-in-law house. I don't know. And you would see on the map where the mother-in-law of this contact is. So it's fully configurable. You're viewing the image. Plus, it has a nice tool. It's called Validate Address. You can input the street, state, city. You could press Validate. It will give you if it's a valid address or not. You could, I don't know, let's say we're inputting something else. We're trying to validate. It's no good address. Let's, I don't know. We could fly. No. For example, second, delete. Okay, we need to input something. So you could validate an address. You could overwrite. Once the address is valid, you could save it. It will save the default values. So this is the location, the most easy one. Then we're having a great tool that can be used for a lot of industries. For example, it's called custom pins. It's also displaying the primary pin based on these properties that you can configure here, override if you need. So let's say we know where this customer is. And you want to see, let's say you are selling car and you are having 5 dealerships and you want to see where these dealerships are. So you would add a pin. Let's call it dealer 1 and the description, best dealer in the world. You would mark it as orange. You would place a pin here, and there are 2 options. You could save this point only for this record, for this contact, or you could persist it to all of the records. So if you will access any of other contacts, you will see the same pin on the map. So let's add it as a global dealer. And now we're having an option to calculate the distance and calculate the route. We're having the distance 1.1 mile and drive time 3 minutes. So here on the map, where we can define custom pins, we could see all of the dealers that are around this customer. You could calculate the distance, you could view them, focus on them. Also, you could use custom pin for something else. Let's say this is the house and you are, I don't know, a field service company that you are providing, I don't know, let's say arborist. You are cutting the trees. Yep. And you would add a custom pin for this record and let's say to remove this tree, for example, and you would click on the map. Yep. And you could create another one to remove this bush, for example, and you would place it here. And these pins will be saved on the maps. Anyone who can access this contact will see this information. Easy. Good. Now let's go with a third one. It's called map routes. For example, you are having these native properties that are defining the location of the customer. Plus, you are having another pair of properties that it's custom properties. And let's say you are a house removal company. So the person is moving from one location to another. You are having the pickup location and you are having a drop-off location. Yep. So you can collect this information, let's say through a form from your website, or you could manually input it or collect it by phone. I don't know. Once you fill in all of the information, you go on the minimap route. Again, you could fully configure which properties to map. You would see on the thumbnail the route. We can see the distance, you can see the travel time, you can click, you can again see the same information. You could switch to satellite, map, scroll, I don't know. So, as I said, minimap location can be used almost for every industry that wanna see where exactly this customer is on the map. Yep. We're having custom pins that can be used for field services or for, I don't know, somebody who is selling something through dealership and they want to see the closest dealership. Or for example, let's say for legal industry, you want to see where is the nearest legal office of yours. So let's say the customer is calling you, you just click here, you see where is the customer, where is the nearest office, and you could give him instruction how to get there. And then we're having a route that can be used, let's say, for house removals company, for example, or from, let's say, you want to calculate the distance from your warehouse to the customer. So you could also create a pair of properties, define them with some default values, or you could even use a drop down. You can use one single property with drop down and save the, let's say, latitude and longitude, and as a label the name of the office. And when you will switch the office, you will see the warehouse. For example, you will see the distance from the customers to the warehouse. Easy. Don't need to go anywhere. Everything is inside HubSpot. You can configure it from here. It works with native properties. It works with custom properties. It works with text properties. It works with drop-down properties. Everything is inside HubSpot. This is Minimap.
Amazing. I love it. It's beautiful. And we've got many more to come. Listen, we've got many more products to come that are, again, all part of that shared dataverse. So currently, soon to be released, Rev Portal. This is done, Stan, right? This is done. It's just getting polished up. Field Pro.
Yep.
Also done. This is a full mobile field service solution. It is better than Zuper. It integrates with HubSpot in a more clean, straightforward HubSpot native way. And the mobile app is amazing. It works offline, which many field service people need. It is built for field service. It is fantastic. And we cannot wait to show you Rev Projects, which again works completely with the HubSpot projects and tasks tool. It is built on that tool. It syncs back to HubSpot so you can have all your workflows, all of your features, all of your tasks, all of your projects are using HubSpot as the data layer here. And we built this because our agency is a professional services company that delivers, and we love HubSpot, want to work with HubSpot based on HubSpot, but had a couple features we needed to use to fill in the gaps for a full project management system that we've seen many manufacturing and fabrication companies also need, which is you need to have materials, you need to have multiple different contract and project-based models, time and materials, fixed fee, different consumption, hourly versus milestone, those kinds of things. And we needed to have a Gantt that gave us full P&Ls for every single project based on whatever type of project it was, how it was consumed, how it was billed, different rates for different workers, different effective rates for different workers. This project management system was built for professional services or materials consumption-based projects and companies, and we cannot wait to show it to you. We're already using this as our full project management system for our company and our professional services inside HubSpot. So lots of good stuff to show you guys, and we can't wait to show you the rest of Rev Platform. Go check it out. Go request a free trial, revplatform.io. Well done, everybody. Well done, Marie, for making these videos. Well done, James, for giving us product vision. Well done, Daniel, who's not here, for giving us an immense amount of feedback. Daniel, our Director of Revenue Operations, has played a huge amount in bringing this about. And of course, Stan, bravo on this. This is your magnum opus, your masterpiece. Everybody knows this is Stan's baby. So, Stan, any final words before we part ways and clip this up, post it on LinkedIn, and release this to the world?
If you give me 2 minutes, I can make you a demo for Rev Projects.
Yeah, of course. Let's give Stan 2 minutes. Oh, you know what? How are you going to make it, Stan? Are you going to make it with Claude?
No.
Nope.
No, I will not make it with Claude right now.
Oh, here it is.
But,
by the way, Stan, do we want to show the MCP servers?
Probably tomorrow we'll show them.
Tomorrow we'll show them. Okay.
Yeah, easy. So this is a fresh copy. I spin up easily a new tenant for a new instance for Rev project. So what you would do, you would go to the settings. Here you are having integration. Okay, let's connect it with HubSpot.
Oh, buddy.
So we're selecting one demo account. Okay. We can, okay, come on. Accept the risk.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So we've connected our HubSpot portal. Now we need to make some simple configuration, project pipeline. Let's say we go with some default values. Save. We don't want to connect Slack, but it has a Slack connector. Now we just press one magic button, syncing now, and it will start pulling information from HubSpot. Meanwhile, we can go here.
Show us the people and rates, Stan.
Yeah. So at the moment we are having only one, only me here. Let's say we bill it for 95. Yep, and effectively from, let's say, July. And the cost rate, I think. Yep. Okay, let's go to see. Oh, here it is. Here's the demo information. So it's still pulling.
So these are companies in HubSpot.
Yes, these are companies in HubSpot. Each of a company has multiple deals. Because this is demo, it's showing a lot of stuff. Let's go with opening a company. So this one has 258 deals. Maybe it's not the best example, but at least. So there are companies from HubSpot. There are deals from HubSpot. Deals are empty. Let's go accessing one deal. The deal we could define it as time and material or fixed fee. Let's define time and material, monthly billing. We are going scope and budget. Let's say we want to spend 20 hours per month, cycle day first. Okay. We could define some billing period. Let's say July, December, and we could set up a start date now and the end date, I don't know, in December, for example, and a budget of 120 hours, just as an example. So we've defined our billing periods. We're having everything set up here. So now we could create a project. Let's call it, I don't know, best project. It will also, this best project will be synced back to HubSpot. Now we can access the project, and inside the project we could create phase. Let's say first phase will be discovery. Let me assign as an owner, budget 20 hours. Okay. And let's say invitation, budget 50 hours. Okay, so we're having two phases. Now, if you're going on the list, now let's create a task. I don't know, first call with the client, for example. Yep, we can assign it to me. We can assign it as a due date, I don't know, end of a month. Status, for example, in progress. Yep, when we click, we see the task itself. Task can have a lot of description, pictures, video, tables, whatever you want. It can have a subtask, it can have a dependency task, you could create a comment, you could mention people, everything. We also have a history, when it was created, everything. An estimate hours, for example, let's say we gave it 5 hours, we make it billable. Now, when we are going here, timeline, we're having a ground calendar. Okay, let's add another task. Move list, go discovery, and another task, for example. Yep, I go to timeline. We can set up this one goes after the first one. Based on these tasks, the project is rolling up automatically. Now, if you go on the deal, we will see almost the same information, the deal, the project, the task, and it goes up to the company, the deal, project, task. Now,
Amazing.
let's log some time. Let's say I've worked 3 hours today for this customer. What did I do? I called the client, for example. Good. Now, we're having a time tracker. We are seeing the times based by person, project, phase, task, total time, and so on. The time tracking has an approval process. Me as an admin, I can approve them from here. Now, if I go to the company overview, is it the deal? On the deal level, we could see the margins, we could see how many hours, we can see the contract value. It's also pooling. I don't know if this customer will have. It's also pulling all of the quotes, all of the invoices, all of the person, payment,
And just to
everything.
clarify there, it quotes, invoices, and payments are being pulled from HubSpot. So what we're
Yes.
doing is we're doing a live, real-time P&L reconciliation and report based on not only the hours that are being logged live in this interface, but also all quotes, invoices, and payments that are being made or billed inside of HubSpot.
Yeah. Also, as I showed you, you could define the rates for each of the people. You could pull different reports based on the information because it's a almost blank one. We are not seeing too much. We can see the utilization. We can see the capacity. We could see the financial one. We could run reports. You could even add expenses from here. As I said, time logging, time sheets. You could also connect your Google Calendar and you could just with one click log time from your Google Calendar, from your meeting. Also, on the homepage, you could input, for example, transcript from, I don't know, Zoom Phantom or Gong or I don't know. It will run through AI, extract all the tasks, create all the tasks, assign it to you. The same thing can be done through, let's say, Claude. You can connect the MCP, connect your Phantom. Once you're having a call with someone, the call is added, Phantom is sending the information to Claude. Claude is parsing it, generating tasks, sending to the Rev project. Everything is here. It could also time log. It can do everything.
Yes.
You're having task, you're having subtask, you're having everything can be managed, everything can be sorted, everything can be grouped. So this is a short info, short review, preview, demo, let's say.
Love it. Love it. Thanks, Dan. And again, like the real revolutionary piece of this is that it's all syncing directly back to HubSpot. So when you go back to HubSpot and you see tasks, like for example, James, our VP of sales, he doesn't work in Rev projects because he's working in HubSpot. He's dialing, he's emailing, he's working in Hubs. He's leveraging the full power of HubSpot's native interface. That's what HubSpot's built for. That's what we want him to do. But HubSpot also has this project and task object. So we have full visibility into what James is doing in Rev projects, but everything that we're doing, we have full visibility on in HubSpot as well. There's a direct two-way sync. There's just an additional data and feature layer that Rev Projects gives us, as well as an additional interface. And it also has a custom card inside of HubSpot. So it allows the team that needs a really project management forward interface to work in Rev projects, while at the same time, all working out of the same system, the same source of truth inside of HubSpot. So you get the best of both worlds. That's the nature of Rev Platform. It gives you the best of both worlds. It gives you the best of working out of a single source of truth, which is HubSpot as a data layer, but it gives you all of the feature add-ons that typical industries and companies will need that HubSpot just doesn't specialize in. And that's okay. You know, we've worked with HubSpot. We've worked closely with HubSpot to make sure that we're positioning this as not building in competition with HubSpot. Of course, that's why we built it on HubSpot. We've worked with our product team to say this is on HubSpot. That's language that we all use to commonly frame this shared mission that we have to improve the lives and functionality of HubSpot users through this Rev Platform tool. So we're excited to bring this to the world. Thanks for sticking along with us here and looking at everything. Please go to revplatform.io, create a free account, request a free trial of these products, install them in your HubSpot, and let us know how we can serve you with these tools. We're really excited to bring them to the world. And thanks so much to this team for putting them together.